The 2 right efforts and the 2 right interruptions, practice for purifying karma. Today I will tell you about a Buddhist practice system called the 2 right efforts and the 2 right interruptions. This is a method for purifying karma. It involves 4 practices. Strive constantly to do those virtuous actions that you are doing now. Aspire to accumulate in the future those merits that you cannot accumulate now. Stop doing those ungodly things that you are doing now. Henceforth, strive never again to accumulate bad karma. These are the 2 right efforts and the 2 right interruptions. Each of them has its name, but there is no need to memorize them. It is necessary to put them into practice. Accumulate more virtuous deeds and eradicate bad karma. How should these 4 methods be practiced? First, if we think we have accumulated a lot of merits because we are currently doing good deeds, then our spiritual practice may end there. However, if one thinks, I have done so and so virtuous deeds, but my merit is still very small, so I want to accumulate much more merit, then he can accumulate merit all the time. And one more thing. For example, when I was poor, wanted very much to donate to His Holiness the Dalai Lama. I thought about it very intensely, and subsequently, I was able to donate to him. I continue to donate to him to this day. There are 2 ways to do virtuous acts. First, try to accumulate even more merit now. Second, try to accumulate merit in the future that is not possible to accumulate now. These 2 practices will increase your good karma. As for ungodly deeds, I can give you such examples. Suppose now you smoke, drink, and speak ill of others. In that case, you need to stop doing such bad actions immediately. Or suppose that under certain circumstances you may feel envy or pride. Or when you become rich you may spend your money only on your own needs, without doing any good for others. If that is the case, during meditation you should first imagine it and then stop it. As for bad karma, you should make a vow to yourself. I will never, under any circumstances, become jealous. I will never, under any circumstances, be arrogant. I will always donate. I will always be kind, and put it into practice. That's how your bad karma is stopped. Sakyamuni Buddha said that these 4 ways are enough. They correspond to a type of practice called the 7 species and 37 elements of liberation. The 7 kinds and 37 elements of liberation is the method of attaining liberation for those who practice the little chariot. But if you use it too, it will become the basis for your practice of the big chariot. It will increase your good karma and decrease your bad karma. This time a long seminar was planned. It lasted for 11 days and 10 nights. During this seminar, I introduced you to the yogis of Big Chariot, in other words to the spiritual practice of Big Chariot. I am sure that those of you who have watched all of the Mahayana videos must have gained something. I would like you to cherish what you have learned so that your soul may mature and evolve and that you will one day enter Mahayana. After each of the lectures were a lot of answers to questions. I will not create a separate video for them. All of them, as translated, will be posted in text form on the Telegram channel, link in the description. I present only some. Question: what is the difference between achievement and perfection in yoga? Answer: achievement is the state of a person who has entered this gate. The state when achievement is brought to perfection when yoga becomes unnecessary is called perfection. Question: I have heard that when you practice in an isolated room, there is no light coming in. Doesn't that make a person there become insane? Answer: if there are still such fears, you should not even begin. A person who has begun such a practice has great mental strength. In addition, he has a strong will to come to achievement in this life. To date, however, my students have had 6 victories and 4 defeats. That's how hard this practice is. Of course, those who are prone to insanity cannot begin this practice, and you, in turn, try and accumulate merit. Make it so that you, too, can easily practice in an isolated room. Question: What is the difference between the state of enlightenment in the big chariot and the small chariot? What is affirmation and denial? Answer. For example, there is this world. And this world is suffering. There is no need for it. One has to enter nirvana. This is the small chariot. In the big chariot, this world is considered to be the place for our practice and therefore is recognized as necessary. The big chariot practitioners get rid of the data by seriously meditating or by having a full experience in everyday life. This is why it is quite different. Something that is unnecessary and something that has ended through experience. This is why enlightenment in the great chariot gradually brings everything to an end and recognizes the existence of everything. But it is only for the individual himself that everything is unnecessary. In the small chariot, necessity is considered to exist, but negative information is introduced. This is no longer necessary, and nothing is necessary. It is a state of total negation. So if something is destroyed, everything is destroyed in an instant. Like a house of cards. But in the big chariot, there is no question of destruction. After all, there is experience. There are also a large number of diary entries of people who have reached different stages of yoga, their practice schedules, techniques, and their spiritual experiences. They will be published only on the Telegram channel, link in the description. I hope that reading about their experience will be of great benefit to you, but remember, this is not a guide for action. Their conditions and ours are very different. The practice was given to them directly by the Guru, who saw their condition. I will gradually post the various preparatory practices on my YouTube channel. This is not a commercial project. For as many people as possible to come across this information, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment of 8 words or more.